Morning everyone, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Holme Fen. And there was some fog and mist, but literally since I've left the car it seems to be dissipating a bit, so we'll see how that goes. Now, I didn't actually plan on coming out this morning, but I checked my office last night and yeah, it said we're supposed to have fog till about 1 o'clock today. Woke up quite misty and foggy at home, so I was like, be brilliant down Holme Fen, bit of woodland photography. And yeah, then I checked my office and apparently it's dissipating, so yeah, the fog's gone. It was just showing a bit of light mist, but there's still some there. Look down that way, you can see it just over here-ish. So something to work with, yeah. So, as you will have seen if you watched my last video out of the neem washes, it's rather blimming cold. It's the 2nd of December today. Not sure when you guys will see this video. I've got a load backed up at the moment from the Yorkshire Dales, Wales. Yeah, so this probably won't land till some point in January. Might even be February. Might have to start releasing 2 videos for a couple of weeks. We'll see. Now, regular viewers to the channel will notice I've got a new bag. So I've stuck with 3-legged things and I've gone for their Toxic Valkyrie bag. And that's what I want to talk about today. Kind of how I'm getting on. I've had it for a while now. And yeah, we'll come back and talk about my new bag in a minute.
Summer rains have gone, August comes along, and its gold fills the air. Heavy afternoons, September and its moon seem so far away, and I can't help but say, dear heart, come soon, I'm waiting for you. Now the days are so long till you come along. When winter is nigh and the tilt of its light, summer bids its farewell, and I'm under your spell, dear autumn.
Okay, delving straight into my first shot, literally. Just as I finished recording that bit, I saw this here. Lovely, I have no idea what it is, but it's all browned and autumnal. But it's quite nice because you've got, if I spin you around just slowly, a bit of mist and stuff around here as well. And it's also, you've got some of these silver birches. Now, unfortunately, there is a bit of an overlap with those silver birches behind it. Hopefully the mist might set that off a little bit. But yeah, you've got a couple of other silver birches just to the side of it, which I've chosen to include as well, because I think the colour in the mist actually really makes that. Anyway, yeah, so, not a bad starting point. It's a bit of a warm-up shot, really. It's one of those where we'll see if I actually like it when I get it back on the computer or not. Probably look good as a 16:9 crop as well, just to take out some of that sky. And also as well, the grass in front is a little bit pointless. Could raise the camera up, but I don't know. Either way, I'm going to get some sky in there. I could move a little bit closer, but the problem is when you've got mist and stuff, if you move a little bit closer, it dissipates and it loses some of that effect. Realistically, what I want is a longer lens, because obviously then I can get further away, and when you get further away, the mist looks thicker there. So yeah, let's have a look how this one came out.
cast the world right off your shoulder. Some limits don't present themselves at haste. The early worm delights the morning light.
The news comes crashing through.
The leaves are lovely and crisp today. Perfect for kicking. Thing is, they'd all gone soggy because of the weather, but yeah, they're now frozen and crisp, so yeah, revert back to being like a 5-year-old kicking the leaves as you walk through a place like this. Tell you what, when I packed the car up, it was quite busy, but yeah, just descending into a vast place like this, it's now just so quiet and peaceful. Beautiful. Anyway, kind of struggling to see any more compositions. That mist is not helping. Yeah, I wish it had stuck like Met Office had said. I'd say one of the issues that I've got when I'm doing woodland photography like this in the mist is the compression. I don't know if that's the right word, but basically the closer I get to a shot or a composition, an object, a subject, the mist obviously thins out. You know, when you're walking through mist and you seem to never reach it, it always just keeps going that further and further. Well, it does that here as well, with the camera as well. Obviously, the closer you get to a subject, the more the mist dissipates and moves back. So what might look like a decent composition, even shooting on the 50mm, changes the closer you get to it. But yeah, we'll see. Let's see what the future holds. I love me 50mm though, but I could do with something longer, something around 100mm, like the macro lens, which I've also got in my bag. Egypt, totally forgot about that, but that's worth bearing in mind. So I've descended further into Holme Fen anyway, and I thought I would actually talk about the Toxic Valkyrie bag. Now, let's start with the why. Why did I change? So, as I've detailed before, I've got the old Tamrook bag. Well, that's now in the bin. This has essentially replaced that. I've still got the low pro, but with doing wildlife photography and using the Sigma 150 at 600, I was using the Tamrook more, and it was really uncomfortable. I'd say the padding had all gone in the shoulder straps and everything, so it wasn't much fun. And of course, the weight of the thing as well pulls the bag down, and yeah. But there's another reason as well, was that I did want something bigger than the low pro Flipside Trek 350. It's the medium sized low pro Trek flip side, whatever it's called, because I struggled to fit the the A7R4 and the 5DS, to be fair, the 50, the 24-35 and the 12-24. It was all right with a 2 lens combination, and then obviously my filters and all that sort of stuff. I don't know, it just didn't work for me for doing certain types of photography. Like today, I've come out and I wanted 12-24, 24-35, 50. I also wanted the macro lens as well, because my thought process was, not only is it foggy, it's misty, icy down here, frozen, as you can tell by the frozen floor. Now, potential composition. So what I wanted was a bag where I could carry everything, and the Valkyrie ticked those boxes. Now I have got the large one, I think it's a 25 litre one. I took the plunge because I had no idea what 25 litres actually meant in real terms, but it looked a big enough bag, so I opted for that. So yeah, that's the why. Now we're going to come back and talk about the pros and cons of the bag. I'm going to see if I can actually find some more compositions. So as you will have seen then, I strapped the 100mm on, or the 105 macro I should say, and got a reverse shot of a shot that I took down here last time I came down here when it was foggy. Yeah. Sorry, that's annoying me. Right, yeah, let's get back to the bag. Toxic Valkyrie, 25 litre. As you'll have just seen from the bit of B-roll, it does hold all my gear. It is large. What I will say, I did have to do a little bit of jigging there. It's because I've got the 105 strapped on the front, but the bottom section that I had is big enough to take either the 12 to 24 or 24 to 35 on the A7R4. The 105 macro is just that little bit longer, so I just had to pop my filters out of the section that I put for filters, and it just slotted in fairly comfortably there. It does fit everything in there, and I could put more stuff in there if I wanted to as well. When I went out to Neem Washes, because I didn't know what the weather, well, I was supposed to be at the coast, so I literally took the 12 to 24, 24 to 35, 50, and I also took the 150 at 600, and it all fit in the bag. Now, it was a little bit of a squeeze. I could have relayed out all the dividers and stuff, but yeah. So pros then, plenty of room. Also as well, it has got some movable dividers. There are some that are a lot more solid, because it has a frog pocket at the bottom. So on the back, if you've got wet jacket or you've had your camera out and things like that, rather than putting it inside your camera bag, if you basically unzip the bottom of it, push that through, it's got room for your camera and stuff. Or a wet jacket, if you've got room above that. So yeah, it's that bit you just saw me put the camera in, that basically pushes out. What a clever idea. Now what I will say as well is it this side? I can't actually see. Yes, there are two zip pockets. Perfect for everything that you could imagine. I've got batteries in one. I usually have my mics in the other as well. This side, you've got some elasticated webbing, for want of a better phrase, to put a tripod in, with a stretchy bit at the bottom to put the feet in as well. That's meshed so it doesn't get too dirty and stuff, easily wipeable. On the front of the bag, there are two zip areas, so you've got so much room. And on the inside, there's a couple of internal pockets, and they also give you a detachable memory card wallet, which I just thought was quite cute, really. So yeah, that's quite handy to have as well. So there's a lot of pros to this. What I would also say as well regarding the straps are beautifully padded. It does have a thin chest strap across here, which I use quite often, and it also has a detachable waist strap. Now, one of the things that annoys me about the low pro flip side Trek is it does have those waist ones on there, and they're really padded. However, I only ever really use that when I'm doing any decent hiking. So for stuff like today, I don't use it, which means they're flapping around at the bottom. Now, the strap is in my camera cupboard at home, because I don't bother attaching it. If I was doing any big hikes or anything like that, I'd put it on just to help alleviate some of the weight off my shoulders. But yeah, I don't use them as a general rule. There are people out there who do, and I say I do use it for big hikes. So handy that it's detachable as well. There's probably a load of other features that I'm missing off this bag, which are massive pros. But yeah, there is one big con as a landscape photographer, and I'll let you guys in on that in a bit. Now I've strapped the 100mm on to the front of the camera. 105, 105, not 100. Now I've strapped the 105 to the front of it. I'm having to look for some more distant compositions to try and utilise what I discussed earlier. As I say, only 2 shots in the bag so far, and I don't know how long this mist is going to hang around for. The light is just starting to push through, which is what made me take that picture. You can't see it, I've actually gone too far past it, of that arcing tree, because there's a nice little bit of light and stuff just coming through. So yeah, don't know how much longer I'm going to be down there, But I'm going to go see if I can find any more shots. I've kind of reached that point where I'm almost trying to force shots to happen. The mist's lifting a bit, and yeah, it's not helping me at all. Now, harping back to one of my other videos, don't just take shots for the sake of it. And I feel like I'm reaching that point where, unless I come across something really good, I'm just taking shots for the sake of taking shots. I could do with some more mist, and I'd say it's diminishing now, which is really frustrating. What would also help as well is if I had a better lens array so that I can utilise a longer lens. I'm having trouble focusing with the Sigma 105 at any form of distance. It's just not picking up focus as well. I'm getting there, but it's taking me a while, which is, I think, adding to my frustrations, to be honest with you. So, right, let's come back to the Toxic Valkyrie. And I want to mention the one big con as a landscape photographer, and that is that it's a front zip. Now, I don't know if I've been spoilt by the flip side, but I much prefer having the zip section on the back. Now, it would mean you wouldn't get the frog pocket. Well, you might be able to. They could reverse it, stick that on the front instead. But yeah, I much prefer it. I don't like the putting my bag down, having to be conscientious about where I put it down, so that the back and straps don't get grubby. I quite like just popping my camera bag down, straps facing towards me, unzipping. And yeah, I actually left a review on the bag on the Three-Legged Thing website, and I did comment on that. I did state that that is the one big downside about the bag, and I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. Now, if that was out of 10 stars, I would have given it a 9 out of 10. You know, 95 out of 100. It's a really, really good bag. I'm really impressed with it, and it is one of the most essential things that a landscape photographer can have, is a decent bag. Yeah, so I'm really, really pleased with it. I can highly recommend it. It's just, be aware. I didn't think it'd be as much of a problem. Sorry, I need to switch hands. I'm getting cramp in my wrist. I didn't think it'd be as much of a problem as it has been, or as a frustration, I should say, as it has been. And yeah, I'll live with it. The Tamric was the same as well. It's just a shame that it's not a flip side style one. So yeah, right, I'm going to call it quits for today, because as I say, I'm at that point of forcing shots now, and if I do see anything else, obviously I'll stick it up. But I think with the mist dissipating, what I really need is, as I say, a lens with better reach. I'm tempted by a 24 to 105. I could get the Sigma EF one because I've got the MC11 mount adapter. I could look at the Sony one as well, but that'd be more expensive. Either way, it's going to be a little while before I look at investing in these. My dream lens for landscape photography, as well as things like wedding photography and stuff as well, is the Tamron 35 to 150 f2 to 2.8. Now, I'm not fazed by f2.8 lenses for landscape photography, to be honest. I know you can get creative bokeh and stuff, but I'd much rather have a longer depth of field, so I use most of my lenses between f8 and f11. Yeah, I'm going to do a video about that another day. It is my dream lens, and I think it's the perfect wedding lens as well. It comes highly recommended, and Samyang do a cheaper one as well. Exactly the same, but about £300 to £500 cheaper, depending on when you get it. I know it was in the Black Friday sales. And I was reading reviews on it last night, and apparently it's really good. So Sorry, this video's gone really shoddy because I've switched hands. I think it's the cold, to be honest with you, getting to my arms. Yeah, this one's not much better. This is the one I've broken, so I'm going to switch hands again. Apologies, and then I'll sign out. So, obviously, if you like this video, whether you're in the market for a new bag or something, I can highly recommend that. As I say, the Toxic Valkyrie is definitely well worth the investment. Give us the old thumbs up anyway, and drop some subscribes from down the bottom. We've got more woodland, more wildlife, more landscapes, always coming on this channel. And yeah, this is Mike out. Take care and be safe, everyone. Peace.